가자. 가자. What's up everybody and welcome back to my channel. I'm Zizi Waters. What is happening to my hair? And those of you that are watching me for the first time, hi, welcome. Stick around. I feel like this thing makes me, I don't know, it makes me look and feel like, what's that lady's name? Whoopi Goldberg? I don't know, man. I'm just feeling Whoopi Goldberg vibes. Am I wrong? Anyway, hi guys. So by the title of this video, you probably know what we're going to talk about. And the reason why I decided to make this video is because a couple of weeks ago, a video I was in that I was featured in came out called something about black stereotypes in Korea, something like that, right? Now, let me put a disclaimer out there. It was a really good experience working with the people that were there. It was so much fun, man. I don't know, that was like such a fun day for me. I just had never done that in my entire life, or like have had any kind of experience like that. So for me it was just like, shizness, this is cool, okay. And they were super nice, they were super kind to us. The girls that were there, they were nice too. But what I want to talk about is this. I was reading the comments. This is what just pushed me and drove me to do this video. I was reading the comments and I was seeing a lot of comments that have been something like this. Oh, that's how they treat black people in South Korea? Then I don't want to go anymore. Oh, I knew that's how they treat black people in South Korea. I will not go to that country. This is why I don't want to go to South Korea, because they treat us like this. Really? Oh man, I really like South Korea, but if they treat black people like this, then I just don't want to go. Why? Okay, I'm not making fun of the comments. I don't know why I decided to like say them like that. But those are some of the comments that I saw, right? So I want to fix that, okay? Because I want to tell you like the other side, the other spectrum. The other part, the other whatever, you get what I'm saying, right? So obviously when why is my eye itchy? Oh gosh, when you're wearing makeup you can't scratch so nicely. Anyway, when we were doing that video, obviously like the goal of the video was to like talk about the stereotypes, right? And how those affect our experience as like, you know, as black people, right? They were not trying to talk about the good and the positive sides, right? They just wanted to know that part. So obviously that's why we were talking about that, and that's why you got to hear the negative side. But there is so much more on the positive side, like the positive spectrum, than on like the negative side, okay? Like that's just really, let me speak from my experience, because you know I can only really be truthful and honest to my experience, and I do not want to like I don't want to take away from somebody else's experience. Like I've had more good than bad seriously happen to me. Like when we were asked the question like, have you ever experienced like a racist thing in South Korea, I had to think long and hard about that club incident. I won't even lie. And my friends, when they were done watching the video, they were like, Zizi, you never told us that you went through that. And I was like, to be honest, Joe, I completely forgot that I went through that. And that's because it was like one isolated event that like, obviously like I don't, if I'm honest, I don't really give mind to situations that won't benefit me. So when that happened to me, I was just like, oh, this happened? Okay, cool, bye. The intent of the video and the goal was not to talk about like a whole rounded black person experience in Korea. I don't want people to just see that as my entire experience in South Korea And I don't want them to think that that's just gonna be your experience. I don't want you to think that it's just gonna be your experience in South Korea, because it's most definitely not. It might be literally like the smallest part of your experience in South Korea. Yeah, like you do get people like pointing at you, kids most of the time. Like adults like stare, old people stare, like middle-aged people like, oh, like they just like go about their lives. And then like old people, yeah, they stare, and little kids, they point. But like when a little kid points, yeah, it doesn't feel great and all, but it's not something that can take away from your entire experience in South Korea. You know what I'm saying? It's not something that's gonna ruin everything. Like your entire day is now just like, oh my gosh, you can just go to hell. Like, no, it's just gonna happen, and you're gonna be like, oh, okay, this kid pointing at me, and then you're gonna keep it moving. It's like, it sucks. Yeah, it does. I'm not gonna say it's like a great time. It sucks. But then after that, it's like you forget about it, because it's like one small teensy thing that happened like in like the 1 minute of your day, where you have like other minutes of your day. If that makes any sense. Any sense at all. So like, really, I've had a wonderful time in Korea as a black person. It's put out there, like, my experience in South Korea as a black person has not been the worst experience like that you think would be just because I'm black. Like, Korean people are actually really, really nice, and they very welcoming. Like, I've never experienced so much kindness from people in my entire life. I've never experienced people open their homes to me the way Korean people have. Yeah, sure, I would like it if, like, you know, they were more knowledgeable on how to treat people of color, and how to not, you know, immediately judge us based on, like, you know, first sight. you know, that would be nice. They can be experiences as a black person, like, for example, that can be a bit tough. For example, if I can only speak for black girls, I don't know about black guys, but for example, if you're coming to South Korea and you're gonna want to date, if you're gonna want to date like a foreign dude, sure, go at it. It's gonna be easy. It's not gonna be too deep. It's not that like difficult. It can happen, I guess. But if you want to date like a Korean guy, Lord Jesus must help you. You're gonna need the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, as well as the universe on your side. To get yourself a good Korean man who can speak English too. And that's because of the beauty standards that they hold in South Korea. That's just purely because of that reason. That's gonna be one of the things that kind of suck as a black girl if you come here, is that you're gonna see that you're so far off the beauty spectrum, like, you know, their perceptions of beauty. You're so far off them, because, you know, they do like lighter skin more, and you can see that because like most of my lighter friends, or the lighter people that I knew that we came with on my program, most of them got boyfriends. Most of them dump boyfriends, get dumped, get another one. You know, it's easy. But for my, you know, sisters of color that want to get Korean guys, they're not so lucky. You know what I'm saying? It's not so easy. And I'm not saying it's impossible. Please, like, do not get me wrong. I'm not saying like your chances are like, you know, never gonna happen. Like, it can happen, it does happen, but it's just a bit harder because the beauty standards are completely different. Like, you know, Korean people really like lighter skin, you know, small face, I don't know what kind of forehead they like though. Like, I don't know if they like a big forehead or a small forehead, but like the forehead is really important in Korea. I got told I got a really good forehead, which is like the weirdest compliment I've ever received in my entire life, that I have a good forehead. I was just like, thank you for that. I do not know why that is a compliment, but thanks, I guess. But then they really like you to be skinny. You know, they want their girls to be, you know, small, tiny, like real tiny. And all. And it's like it's not like it's bad or anything like that. It's just their perspectives on like beauty, and you just gotta deal with that. That you're not their perspective of beauty, and that can be hard for you to deal with if you're not someone that's already like, I don't care, I'm good, I think I'm beautiful, and that's all that matters. I hype myself up, I think I'm gorgeous, I don't need anybody to tell me that. Okay, then it's fine. I mean, even if you're not that person, you can still survive and be fine. Like, trust me, you'll be okay. And it's like, I'm not saying that like every single one of them thinks that way. I've got so many compliments from my co-workers and like random ajishis and ajimas, my students. Oh, teacher, you pretty. Teacher, you beautiful. And I'm like, thanks, sweetie. Now, can you tell your older brother that though? Honestly, you just go through your life and it becomes like a norm for you if you get a stare here or there, like once a day, twice a day. If you go to the bathroom and someone jumps up when they see you get out of the door, like, you know, it just becomes the norm, really, and it doesn't affect you anymore. You start to like not notice the stares, and you know, they start to not bother you. I feel like being black has been an advantage for me in South Korea to do that video because I'm black. And yeah, I've really gotten so many chances to do things because of my skin color. And you know, I've started to be happy with the fact that sometimes I stand out, you know, that makes me feel you know, proud. And I bring a little color to, you know, this place, you know, add a little dash of something. And you start to realize how important you are, and your voice, and what you can do when you're the only person in a room that's like not the same. It's like, just think of the change you can do, just think of the influence you can have. And you're gonna be the first like door to like a foreign place, you know, a foreign person, like a foreign life that they don't know about, you know, something new, something different. You're that first door, you're their first entry to that, and like you can have so much, like you can have such a huge impact on them. And I think like that's a great thing, that's an amazing thing. Like, I feel like an ambassador of my country, because before I got to my school, nobody knew that people in South Africa speak English. I mean, duh. Anyway, they didn't. Now they do. And I'm just saying, like, that's what you can be that change, you know what I'm saying? You can be that person that, like, for maybe even if it's just for your school, just your students, just for the co-workers in your, or just for the people in your town, just for your next door neighbor, you can change the stereotypes that they have on black people that we were talking about in that video. You can now change their perspectives, their minds about us. So come, don't stay away, because when you stay away, they don't meet you, they don't get to talk to you, they don't get to know you. But when you come here, that all can happen. And thank you so much for watching this video. If you wanna come to Korea but you have a certain fear or something like that, write it down in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the video. And I'll see you in the next one. Don't forget to love yourself, and most importantly, the others around.